Brandy, Oliver, thank you guys so much for joining us. I am kind of excited about this episode because we have been talking about QAnon for weeks and longer now, and it's come up several times on the podcast. And every time it comes up, I say to the producers, okay, is QAnon? I don't even know what it is. And I think it's become this big kind of mythical creature for a lot of people who, only casually pay attention to the news. And so many of us don't even understand what the hell people are talking about when they say QAnon. So I'm excited to have the two of you here because it's sort of different for us to just really have an educational episode where we can just learn about what it is we're talking about. We're not to have folks yelling at each other or debating topics so much as just kind of teaching us what the heck QAnon is. And you two both have spent plenty of time sort of looking into, is it fair to call it a conspiracy theory? Is that what it is? It's not just a conspiracy theory, Brandy, is it? Is it a network? I don't even know how to ask the question. What the is QAnon, Brandy?
QAnon is a conspiracy theory born, bred, and very much part of the internet. It almost doesn't matter what they believe, but I'll tell you anyway. It's born of this idea that Democrats, Hollywood elite, literally, everybody who's eating at a pizza shop are all sort of part of this satanic cabal that abuses and, in some cases, eats children. It's ludicrous. It's very stupid, and they've made a lot of predictions on this guy Q, who's posted to the Chans, and then now he's got his own little fringier site. And for a long time, this mysterious Q posted these drops that claimed, Hillary Clinton's going to be arrested and shackled and brought to Guantanamo Bay, and that stuff never materializes. But these people sort of just watch these Q drops and sort of feed on them and like to decipher them and pretend that they're, falling down the rabbit hole, figuring out these clues, and they never materialize, and it never really much matters. But what really has happened, and why you don't know what it is, or don't understand what it is because it's turned into something more aligned with just mainstream MAGA, where people who aren't going to the crazy fringe website to find these clues are still getting Q messages and Q memes and spreading that themselves. So you have this whole spectrum of QAnon believers, from the diehard people who are, on this fringe website looking for the clues that never materialize, to the people who are just sharing Q memes in their Facebook groups and joining these crazy Facebook groups and then thinking that they're saving all the children. It's a big, crazy conspiracy theory. Again, it's very stupid, and it's very politically expedient to Donald Trump.
Oliver, if someone asked you what is QAnon, is your description similar to Brandy's, or how would you describe it?
I do agree with Brandy. The only thing I would say is I think it's less at this point of a specific conspiracy theory, and it's really more of a virtual cult. It's an umbrella really for a wide variety of conspiracy theories. So you have this it's the overarching thing that ties the string for a lot of different conspiracy theories online. And I think one point, that I'd make right away is I'm sure a lot of listeners are wondering, why do people believe this? Why is it that they think that there are satanic pedophiles in Hollywood and government operating this child sex ring, and that Trump has been recruited by the military to fight back against it? And I think it's because there has really been a mass poisoning going on in society, in American society, for several years now, for some time, maybe even longer than several years. People's minds have been corrupted by junk news, other conspiracy theories, outright propaganda, served up on dishonest sites, social media platforms, talk radio, Fox News. And this is something that I don't think our country has fully reckoned with. People's minds have been primed to believe crazy conspiracies like this. When you can't tell what is up, what is down, you are more inclined, I think, to believe these theories that aim to explain the world away and aim to explain society's ills and why politics is the way it is. And so you end up with people believing crazy things like the President of the United States is secretly fighting against a satanic sex trafficking ring.
Okay, I want to go back to it because I'm sort of blown away. The satanic ring of people who molest and eat children. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly when you said that, Brandy. I know I'm coming at this sort of blind, hearing that QAnon has been associated with Trump supporters a few times, but that seems just, I mean, obviously it goes without saying that it seems ridiculous, but to hear you say that, yes, because I agree with you when you say that people are looking for some way to explain certain things, but that seems like a little bit of a stretch. Is that really the basis? Was that the first accusation? Was that the first of these Q drops, Brandy? Is that where it started? People bought into that particular conspiracy first?
No, well, it first started with the Hillary Clinton will be marched off to Guantanamo sort of posts. But, this isn't the first, let's also back up it. This isn't the first sort of anon person to blow up a message board or a web form. We had FBI anon, White House anon, CIA anon. This just really stuck. So it was just a general, ridiculous posting that just really took off for a number of reasons. But yes, the idea is that there's this thing in blood, and when children get really scared, it releases this hormone, and it becomes this powerful, potent elixir for the most powerful people on the planet. So
there is a Q. You're telling me there is one person named Q who is leading these, who's starting these stories. It's not a group think situation. There's one person somewhere who started it that is named Q on these forums.
Yes, but in terms of who started the children eating satanic cult thing, I mean, that's been around as long as people have been around. We believe that this is an old conspiracy against Jewish people, blood libel, and we had the 80s satanic panic. It's not crazy that anybody believes this, although it is a crazy idea. So I just want to put that out there too. Although to normal people that seems insane, a lot of people have believed that for a lot of time.
Hey, I'm Clay Aiken. To hear the full episode, subscribe to This Politicon podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to pods. Please subscribe, rate, and review the show. Go to Politicon.com, follow @Politicon on social media, and listen to a new pod episode of How the Heck every Thursday.